Hello, and welcome to the Vlogging Pod. Today, we're focusing on a straightforward breakdown of what has actually been released in the recent Epstein document disclosures. We're keeping this factual and direct, without added speculation or noise, so we can see exactly what is known versus what is still unclear. First, we look at what was released and how a large set of documents totaling over 20,000 pages was published by the Oversight Committee. These files, including emails, court materials, transcripts, and media records. Within these materials are the now widely discussed emails, where Epstein referenced the head of this administration in relation to a victim whose name remained redacted in the official release. Next, we look at how names and redactions have been handled in disclosed documents. The victim's actual name does not appear and is replaced entirely with a redacted label. After the release, the press secretary publicly identified the victim as Virginia Giuffre, which was not information visible in the documents themselves. Members of her family expressed frustration about the disclosure as they felt the identification was not handled with care and went beyond what the documents presented. We then turn to the political and legislative process surrounding these releases. There is ongoing movement in Congress to force more transparency through measures like the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Lawmakers from both parties have signaled interest in completing the release of all remaining sealed Epstein-related records. At the same time, the DOJ has stated that its own review did not uncover any formal client list or evidence of a blackmail operation, though critics argue this conclusion may reflect limited access or incomplete records. From there, we look at the patterns emerging so far. The emails released showed that Epstein referenced the head of this administration more than once, including comments about time spent at his home and remarks suggesting awareness of the presence of underage girls. Additional documents showed that Epstein's staff tracked the movements of the president's aircraft over years, indicating a minimum of ongoing interest and proximity. These do not establish criminal wrongdoing, but they show a level of connection that extends beyond the commonly stated narrative of a distant acquaintance. Finally, we look at what remains uncertain or unreleased. Many documents are still sealed, heavily redacted, or under agency review, leaving large gaps in the overall picture. There is no confirmed list of associates, no complete accounting of Epstein's contacts, and no final determination of the full scope of evidence held by the DOJ, FBI, or Epstein estate. As a result, what has been released raises significant questions, but does not yet provide a complete record. Much of the story remains in partial form, shaped by what has been disclosed and what is not. What we should also inform you as of late is that there are reports that Attorney General Bondi has asked a U.S. attorney in the Southern District of New York to oversee a Department of Justice investigation into Epstein's connections to Democrats and financial institutions. Moreover, congressional oversight committees are pressing Bondi and the DOJ for full access to the Epstein files, including invoking rare rules to force document release. How this will play out alongside a potential ongoing investigation is still yet to be seen. Today's sources come from Time Magazine, Epstein Files, Who Was Named; CBS News, Newly Released Epstein Emails Referencing Trump; ABC News, House Democrats Release New Epstein Emails; Time Magazine, White House Names Epstein Victim After Release; The Guardian, Epstein document showed tracking of Trump travel. Associated Press, DOJ says no evidence of client list. Thank you for listening. Until next time, bye-bye for now.